What's up guys, my name is John and welcome to Talk Finance. Today I have an update for you on Innovative Industrial Properties. Yesterday they saw their share price drop by 16.95%. That's an $18.79 price drop. But why? I believe this big price drop was caused by some news and two articles actually that came out about Innovative Industrial Properties. So Innovative Industrial Properties last year at this time had a rent collection rate of 100%. This past December of 2022, it announced that it still had a high collection rate of 97%, which is great. It means most of their tenants are paying their rent on time and consistently. But starting the month of January, it had dropped to 92%. If you don't know much about Innovative Industrial Properties, let me give you a brief summary. They are an internally managed real estate investment trust, a REIT. They are focused on the acquisition, ownership, and management of specialized properties leased to experienced state licensed operators for their regulated cannabis facilities. Yes, they buy properties and lease them back to legal cannabis industries. According to two released articles on January 19th, Innovative Industrial tenants aren't paying their rent. But when you dive deep into the facts, you realize there's only two tenants that have defaulted on their payments. The first company they reported missed their payment was SH Parent Inc., also known as Parallel, which is now in default on payments on one of IIPR's Pennsylvania properties. This property represents 2.9% of invested and committed capital. The great news is, it seems that this is the only property that Parallel has defaulted on, since they have paid in full on all their other properties through January 31st of this year. The other company that has also defaulted on payments is Green Peak Industries, specifically Skymint, which is based in Michigan. IIPR has a property still under construction that Skymint leased and is now in default, but has paid in full on all other properties it leases through January 31st of this year. You do have to remember that as of September 30th, 2022, Innovative Industrial Properties reported that they owned 111 properties comprising an aggregate of approximately 8.7 million rentable square feet, including approximately 2 million rentable square feet under development or redevelopment in states such as, and bear with me, this is a long list, Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Nevada, New Jersey, New York, North Dakota, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Texas, Virginia, and Washington. Wow. Talk about diversification for a company that rents to a specific type of client, the cannabis industry. So why would this news cause such a price drop? I mean, just today, the price dropped another 3.32% on top of the 16.95% drop from yesterday. Well, it's because of the unknown in such a market that has plateaued, such as cannabis. Not only is there uncertainty in the overall stock market, but there has recently been a slowdown in U.S. markets when it comes to cannabis. This article on Forbes.com says the cannabis industry is still growing. It's not growing as fast as it once did. There are headwinds in more mature markets like Colorado and California. The lack of banking and federal reform continues to punch everyone in the face. Despite all these sobering facts, there's growth in new markets as more states and localities are embracing the exuberance of legal weed every day. This is a reality in which, as certain cannabis markets start plateauing, you will see more mergers happen in companies that aren't going to be able to keep their doors open, which will in turn make the larger companies consolidate and hopefully grab a larger market share, solidifying their presence. The thing we don't know is which companies will grow and which won't. In a market like Michigan, where price of cannabis has dropped so much that it has affected the returns of some of its companies that might be expanding too quickly, and some of those companies might end up defaulting on their leases, such as Skymint. So I looked into Skymint, which is owned by Green Peak, and so far they have leased a 56,000 square foot industrial building. They have leased 6 retail properties totaling 31,000 square feet, and a new 201,000 square foot industrial building, which half of it is still being redeveloped. The payment they defaulted on so far is the new large industrial building they leased. The concern is, are they going to be able to make the rent on this property? What about their other properties? For all we know, this could be a one-time thing, and we will have to wait until next month to see if they continue making their payment. When you go to Skymint's website and look at their investor page to get more information, you realize they don't have any information on there. They have a button that says investors, but no information for the investors. Almost like a placebo effect, that they thought about investors but didn't follow through. The great thing about Innovative Industrial Properties is that it has a lot of high-quality tenants that are actually a lot larger companies than Skymint, such as Green Thumb Industries, Jushi Holdings, Trulieve, Curaleaf, Cresco Labs, PharmaCann, and many others. We're in a time where most people are being cautious about where they put their money in and not taking too many risky bets. So it's understandable that people might be selling this stock. I think this company has to be cautious about its future investing and make sure they are diversifying not just the market they are in, but maybe think about diversifying its industry. With that said, I did buy more shares of innovative industrial properties at $90 yesterday. I had to. The price was too good to pass up. IIPR has been paying a consistent quarterly dividend since 2017. That may not seem like much, but the company went public in 2016, so they haven't had a chance to prove that they can keep the dividend going for a long term, but they have proven they can grow their dividends aggressively. They first started paying out dividends at 15 cents a share in 2017, and in 2022, they're at $1.80 a share. Dividend yield on this company is currently 8.09%. Now, I always say chase quality companies and dividends over high yields, but this company happens to be both. The only difference is that the market fear has severely undervalued this company. Even the market analysts have downgraded the company, but still believe it has a big upside potential, some claiming that it has an 89% upside potential. That's huge. Analysts believe that the company should be valued between $140 and $196 a share in the next 12 months. If we go over to Webull and look at the analysis, we can see that out of 8 analysts, almost all are telling you to buy and a few telling you to hold, but no sells listed. In this market, I believe this company will continue to fluctuate in a price range of $87 and $110 a share. But innovative industrial properties will have to make sure that the rent it collects from its tenants stays above 95%. This will allow them to keep paying the large growing dividend every quarter, continue the company's growth, and make sure they can prove that the 2 companies that defaulted on their payments are not a canary in the coal mines or a warning about what could happen with their other tenants. If you enjoyed the video, then hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.